Hey Dabulai, how you doing? Dabdulai. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so we're gonna start. Let me just open Blender because today it's gonna be a Blender day. Because we are gonna do animation. Alright. Okay, let's go. So I hope everybody is doing well. So this is our character, this is our guy. So what we did last time was we finished rigging this guy, we finished doing at least first pass on the physics in Unreal. But the rig was mostly done. We'll see about the wings. I'm not sure about the rig for the wings. We'll see how it handles the animation, if it's good enough or if it needs more bones. It needs to support more bones. We'll see about that. And also we did oh yeah, we set up a scene to start animating actually, which is not this one. This one is the my main scene where I'm doing the modeling and the rigging. I like to do the rigging into the same scene as the modeling because I can jump from one to another if I see that it's missing something or something else. But I should have, I think it's this one, anim standard default. Yes, this one. The main difference is that right now this guy is the mesh is decimated, so that means it's much lighter than what you see in the previous scene. So that means the animation is more fluid. So I can see that I got an issue on the skinning right there. So this is the kind of thing that I'm gonna have to fix later. I want to animate first. I really want to animate today. I don't want to spend more rigging time again. So, ooh, so we got some nasty. So yeah, the skinning obviously is far from being the best. So we got some weird. Yeah, I remember why. I know why it's broken like this. I will be able to fix it later. Right now I really want to animate, like I said, so that's what we're gonna do. So what do we want to do? What the animation we want to do today? First I want to do all of what I call locomotion, which are the basic movement, like moving around, stopping, running, rushing. So anything that's about movement to going to places. So that's what I'm gonna start to do. Probably it's not gonna take me too much time because this guy is really simple, you know. He doesn't have arms, he doesn't have legs, he just have a kind of a like a tail or something. So it is really simple to animate, which is a good thing. I'm gonna open Unreal 2. We're gonna use Unreal also to make the export. I'm just realizing that's the wait a minute, I'm gonna try something. I hope I'm not gonna break everything. Yes. Okay, no, it doesn't work. Alright. I wanted to fix my yeah, alright. I wanted to fix the recent follow and the recent sub capsule, which is broken. I don't know why. But it seems like I can't do that during a live, so I'll have to do that after the live. It's fine. Okay. So here is our scene. So you see that this is our guy. don't mind the weird box around the screen, but you see that this is our guy. So the physics is mostly done. I think to be honest, now that I'm seeing this, I think it's overdone. I think there is too much movement in the physics, but it's fine. We got some nasty issue with the physics. I'm not sure why. Mainly when it's following around, you can see that the front pad is clipping into the kind of tail thing, and I'm not sure why, because I think I set up the collision properly, but still we got some anti-penetration, which is bad. I'm hoping that you see that it's moving weird. I'm hoping that that's the kind of thing that might be solved when I'm gonna switch to Unreal Engine 5. Frankly, it's more like I know that I'm more like dreaming than really. The chances are not high for this. I know that, but hey. Alright, so yeah, okay, it's fine. Don't worry about that. So let's go back to Blender and let's start animating. So first thing first. First thing first. I just want to make sure that the rig is set up properly in this scene, meaning that yeah, it seems like it is. Yeah, the IQ. Okay, now it's set up properly. All right. So let's revert. All right. So first thing first, I want to save right away. I want to save a new file because I don't want to work in this scene. This scene is gonna be my clean file where every time I'm gonna start a new animation, I would want to start from this file, which is the clean one, the one that's at all my initial setup as properly made. But I don't want to overwrite this file. I don't want to lose this file, so I'm gonna create a new one that I'm gonna call, without the underscore, anim stng for stand, and we're gonna call this Locomotion, and that's where we're gonna do all our Locomotion animation. All right, so let's do this. Okay. So what do we have? If we are looking into the we got so what kind of an animation do we want? So we want an animation where is moving forward. We want an animation where is turning. So like this, we're gonna have an animation where the turning around you. You're gonna want one moving forward, probably two turning animation. So one on the maybe like one for the left, one for the right, but maybe we're gonna have one small rotation and one big one. So this one we're gonna have two different rotation. So one when is doing just a small angle rotation, so it's moving just a little bit like this, left, right. So we're gonna have an animation, and then we're gonna have the big one, you know, like he's almost doing a I don't know how to say that in a half turn, you know. So yeah, so let's start with it. So let's start with the when it's following you around. Hey Sonny Blue, how you doing, man? Good to see you there. Are you having a good weekend? Right, so I'm gonna put myself into the animation layout, so it's gonna be better for me. I'm gonna create an action, name this stnd, anim stnd. Let's go with, even if it's not technically working, I'm gonna call this walk forward 01. Walk let's go with start, because we're gonna have a starting animation and then a looping animation for the walking. I want to activate also the auto keying. Yeah, it's going good for now. I'm going good. Going really good. Yeah, I was a little bit sick Thursday, so that's why I didn't do any stream, but now it's much better. So that's good. Alright, so for this, so let's start with this. So I want to have him, you know, just contracting the body. And then lunging forward. The game looks more polished now. Thanks, man. I'm glad you like it. Alright, something like this. Actually, I'm even gonna something like this. Whoop. Whoop. I'm doing now. I'm doing. Stop everything. Stop. I click on the wrong button and now it's all messed up. Alright. Phew, crisis averted. Alright. So I want to end the, let's go for 50 for now. Something like this. So I want him to maybe hold this position a little bit more. Right, something like this. And I want to set up making sure that the playback is on frame dropping. And yeah, I forgot to do that, but it's really important. I need to set up the frame rate. Let's go to 30 FPS. Okay. Maybe I'm not on the right key. That's a good start. Now I'm gonna just make some adjustments on some parts. So, like for example, I want this to happen much quicker. And for this, I want a little bit of a delay, maybe. And I want even more there, so do I want it to be even more quicker? Let's go to 20. Yeah, I think it's better. Yeah, maybe what I want is let me see, maybe push that a little bit more. And this, maybe I want to up. Okay, so that's gonna be our start. I'm gonna export this already, just to be sure that everything is working properly, that the export is doing its job properly. I'm gonna grab the armature, and I'm gonna export FBX, choose my export anim preset. So I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call this export, and we're gonna call this work start forward 01. Okay, let's export this. Let's go back to Unreal, see how it looks on our character. I'm gonna go into my anim folder, into the stand folder. So everything here is gonna be put into an old collection because it's the my proxy, kind of my old block mesh for the stand, but I don't want to use it anymore. So I'm gonna put everything into a new folder called all. I don't want to use it anymore. Okay, so I just want to make sure that in the humanoid, okay, so I did, all right. So let's import directly here. Let's find a folder, which is SILKROAD, assets row, character, stand, anim, export. Maybe I should have put the okay. Yeah, it's a little bit messed up. The how did I do that for the main character? I don't remember. Anim combat. So okay, so I put everything. Alright, so yeah, okay. So I did wrong, messed up a little bit on my character folder structure. So let me fix it first. So instead of putting an export folder into my anim folder, I'm gonna put that into my stand, export, and anim. And you know what? I'm just gonna delete this one. I don't even need the FBX anymore. Let's go with a clean state and just making sure that I'm deleting this folder. Alright, so now if I'm going into the stand, export, anim, we got our work start here. And we want to use the rig stnd01. Import, here we go. So it's there, so it's working. So the so it's good to see that the import is working, so that's a good thing. Let me see in game how it's looking like with the physics. Whoop. Yeah, you see it's really a mess here. There's a lot. Yeah, I guess it's also it's a mess because it's there is some intense teleportation, so it's probably why. The folder structure for project is an issue for me. I'm keeping changing where the stuff is going. Yeah, that's the same thing for me. I need to. That's why I'm trying to work on that. But I got the same issue with the. If I'm letting myself, it's never consistent. It's always a mess. But I know that at the end I'm gonna pay it back, and so I'm trying to force myself to be a little bit more consistent with that, because I know that you can pay it really. It can be really taxing at the end of the project, and you don't want that. Okay, so that's one thing done. That's good. Let's do the forward looping animation. So I just have to grab the last keyframe for this, create a new one that I'm gonna call walk loop. I don't even have to actually copy the keyframe. I can just move it back to 0, create the same one at the end, and maybe add a little bit of variation. Yeah, that's a good start. And then for the legs, let's do a counter. Alright, so he's moving a lot. we're gonna fix it. So let me fix first the we're gonna fix the curves, and I'm hoping that it's gonna improve the feel of the him moving a lot around. Let's go for the Euler rotation. Let me see. We got the X. Just so we got a key here. I don't know why I put a key on here. Okay. All right. So it's looking fine, I would say. Maybe I don't have to change anything for this. Let's go for the torso. For the torso, let's look at the yeah, actually I don't want to work in quaternion for this one too. So let me that's something I should have set up properly into the my main animation file, but we're gonna do this here anyway. So to do that, we got a tool in the where is it again? I forgot where is it. I know we have a tool to convert the quaternion rotation into a Euler rotation, which is much easier for me to work on the for the curves. Where are you? In view, no. Edit, no. Property, no. Red bake. Damn. Every time I'm trying to every time I'm lost. Let me make a research. Convert rotation mode. Selected. Affected action single. We want to go from convert to which would be the best. It would be the first is X, then Z, then Y. X, Z, Y. Let's go with that. X, Z, Y. Boom. Alright. Oh, I'm guessing that we didn't lose anything. No, it's fine. Alright, so let's fix all our rotation. Let's start with the X. So obviously it's all messed up. So first of all, I'm gonna create no, I forgot again. Yeah, it's there. We're gonna create a modifier, a cycle modifier. That to be a little bit cramped. Okay, and this actually we're gonna delete this one. Yes, now we got a nice curve. Same thing here, we're gonna add cycle, and it's fixing everything. Perfect. And for the Z, cycle modifier 2, got a good one. Now we have a much better animation. Let's do the same thing for the tail. I'm gonna have to convert the rotation mode also. Let me grab all the curve and put a modifier on all of them right away. Did I do that? Did it work? No, Whoops. Wrong one. And you don't have any. Okay. So you good. You good. So it's pretty simple, but it's just a first. I don't know why I keep creating some weird keys. You can set it up to make a barrel roll at random intervals, like when in idle, and I think it works only for the last selected one. Yeah, we're probably gonna do some random animation at the end. I think it would be really cool, especially for this guy. For now, I just want to have the really the basics animation, just that it's everything is. I have something to set up in game, so I got the assets to set up in game. So like making sure that when the character is moving, it's firing the right animation at the right moment, and it's blending between animation properly. And then we will add more fluffy animation and good stuff, and even improve the animation. Right now, I just want to go a bit quick on the animation, just to have something to work in the editor. So making sure that the system is working, and then refining the system. That's the way I like to work. So we got that. We can start to export this. Export anim. Let's do this. Let's put that in. Is it froze? No. But I can't. That's interesting. Export anim. I'm gonna call this like this. Alright, so we're gonna import the loop on the right rig. So it's giving me this. If I'm putting this into my scene with the physics on, it's giving me this. Alright. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Let's set up already the oh, do I want to have a stop animation? Yeah, better than having a complex animation that requires hours to later find out it's not working. Exactly, that's exactly what I want. I want to avoid the most. It's always frustrating when it's happening. And the thing is, when it's happening, usually you're doing the wrong decision, because usually you're gonna try to find a way to keep the animation, even or the asset you've been working for hours, even if it's not working, just because you don't want to feel like you lost. You did all these hours for nothing, and so yeah, it's always better to avoid this. Cool. So do I want to stop animation? Do I want? I think I do. So let's go back to Unreal and let's make a quick stop animation. So I'm gonna hide again the armature. We're gonna create a new action in Blender. We're gonna call this work stop. gonna delete all our keyframe, even this one. So we're gonna go with something. I just realized that I didn't even do a idle animation. We're gonna do an idle animation actually. That's important. To force it, yeah, exactly. You try to force it. Exactly. That's always a terrible decision. But sometimes it's hard to, you know, let it go. And yeah. Oh yeah, it's because we got the cycle animation. That's gonna be terrible. Is there a way in Blender to remove the cycle animation on the cycle modifier? That's always okay. I'll see about that. For now, I'm just gonna keep it like this. You know what? I think it's necessary. I'm doing the idle animation right now because right now I don't even know in which pose I need to stop. Even if I think this is gonna be pretty close to my idle animation anyway. But let's do the idle animation right now, actually. Let's keep that on the side. We're gonna create a idle. Let's call this idle loop. We're probably gonna do several idle animations, so it's a good one to call this one loop. And we're gonna delete all the keyframe, but the no, you know what? I can just revert to all my bone to the 0 position. You can restrict the cycle to a certain frame range. Yeah, but it seems like it's not dependent on the action. So that's means if I'm switching to another action, I need to go back to the cycle animation and change again, you know, the parameter. It's really annoying to do that. I don't want to do that. Would it be good if, you know, you could say that in this action, the modifier is on, in this action the modifier is off, etc., etc. Usually, anyway, the range is determined by the first key and the last key, so you can get away with that, but it's not a perfect workflow. Alright, so for the idle animation, let's go with maybe 2 seconds, so 60 frame. Okay, like this. So really simple. Let me maybe okay, and maybe let me put a little bit of delay in the tail. I think I went a little bit too much on the Z rotation. And let's play maybe a little bit with the head. Oh, I think I went too much. I want to be even more. Yeah, you know what? I should have put the rotation mode always be on the XDY Yola for all my controller instead of just the torso. I just realized that I don't want any quaternion rotation mode. Never. Let's put a modifier cycles on this. And maybe some delay on this. All right. I'm gonna lock with a key on all this frame there, and let's export this. So that's gonna be our first idle animation. So let me bring the armature, export this. We're gonna call this idle loop. All right. Let's import that on the re-extend one. It's giving us this. Cool. Now that we got the idle animation, we can go back to you know what, first of all, we're gonna copy this keyframe and we're gonna go back to our walk start animation and we're gonna apply the keyframe here. So just making sure that it's starting with exactly the same keyframe as the idle animation, just to be sure. And I'm gonna re-export this also. I'm gonna save the file. Always good to save the file. And let's get back to the stop animation. So we want to stop in this keyframe. Yeah, all right. So now I can improve the animation. Whoop! What's going on with you? Right. I want to give a delay on the tail. And maybe I want to have more. I think there is too much movement on the tail. I'm not sure I like it so much. Yeah, now it's not enough. Maybe I need to fix that also, so making sure that maybe I want a little bit of delay. Okay, I think it's gonna be good enough. It's just a first pass, just to test the system. We'll see how it looks in game before, and we will go back to the animation anyway. So I'm gonna call this walk stop. Alright, so we got 4 animation added into Unreal, so now we can start playing with the animation blueprint to try to link them properly. So that's what we're gonna do. Do we have an animation blueprint already created for this guy? I don't know. Let me check. We don't have one, so let's check where is the skeleton. I put the skeleton. Do I want to put that somewhere? Do I want to leave it here? I don't know. So like for the okay, so for the humanoid, okay, I put my skeleton there. So I guess it's making sense to have. If I have the human, wait, I put my what is this? Ah, it's a really old animation. Okay. So yeah, alright. So those one, are they still used? Maybe I want to delete them forever. Okay, so maybe it's time to a little bit of cleanup, taking a little bit of time to, because those animation are really old animation I did for testing stuff, you know, with a mannequin. So I didn't even knew what was the design for the stand. It was really early testing, really early prototype. So it's really old animation, but I'm not even using them anymore. I just want to check if they are, if I can safely remove them without breaking my game, which would be really bad. If you click on the wrench icon, you can disable the modifier on both Graph Editor and Action Editor, unless I didn't understand what you meant. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm interested in what you're saying. If I click on the wrench icon here, So you mean that this would be, this would disable the let me grab maybe one where there is a, like for example, this one got the psych. Ooh, that's really bad. Oh yeah, no, it's because, yeah, okay. Like for example, let's take a loop animation. So yeah, so this disabled the the modifier, but if I change and wait a minute, why I'm still in the I see the quaternion, but yeah. Oh, nice, I see. So you mean that's when the range is dependent of the action, so I can. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I was looking for. Thank you, Sonic Blue. That was the kind of thing I was looking for. So you can actually activate or deactivate the modifier, and it's dependent on the action. I thought that it was global, but actually. Wait, so would that mean that I can do this and then going back to another one and it would be active? Okay, so it's me that I've been dumb actually. Okay. That's a good thing to know. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. On Unreal documentation, they suggest to use the dev folder for this kind of test. The dev folder? What do you mean? So that you don't have them lying around in your project. If you don't want to delete it entirely. The dev folder, I'm not sure what it is. You got something that's called dev folder at some point? I'm interested about what you are saying. So dev folder. Underneath the asset area within game folder, you would see a developers folder. This contains all the assets that are currently in the work by fellow developers. This makes for useful collaborative environment when trying on new techniques and assets. However, there are some guidelines you should keep in mind. The dev folder needs to be enabled. But what's the purpose of the dev folder? Is it something like it's tell me if I'm wrong, it's looking like if I was doing a little bit like me doing a temporary folder where I'm doing stuff that I know that at some point I'm gonna delete unless I'm moving them into another folder. Is it something a little bit like that? Because the what I'm a little bit scared about with the dev folder is that it's the kind of thing that I could end up wait, other developers what assets are in your folder. The only thing show other developer checkbox, filters, other developer. Let me see. Where is the filter? I think it's this. No, it's yeah, this is the collection. Other filters. Other developer. No. Yeah, it's the temporary folder that's created by default by Unreal Engine. Yeah, I see the point when you are working, and actually I see the point when you are working in a team. That's everybody got this dev folder, but you don't see the dev folder of the other people, so it's not clustering. You know, you not have a temporary folder for everybody that's popping up. Actually, yeah, it's useful in the team. I don't think it's that useful for one person, because anyway it's just a folder like any other. But actually for a team, I think it's useful. Probably that's something that we could use in my where I'm working. So I didn't even know that we could use this kind of thing. That could be actually really interesting for the at my work. So thank you very much, man, Sonic Blue. You are even helping me on my daily job. How cool is that? I'm interested. How do you activate this? You have to. I don't know. Is it somewhere? Underneath the assets area. How would you activate that? I already forgot how to do that. Do you have a... it's fine. I'll check that for later, I think. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. For this project, I don't think I'm gonna use it, but for bigger projects, it's definitely useful. Where was I? Yeah, I wanted to make a little bit of cleanup. So this, I think this, I can remove this safely. Yeah, there is no references. So let's start with the montage. Then this should be deletable. It is. Okay. Let's do the same thing here. Sorry for my dog. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's acting creepy. So we got a reference here. Where are you? Justin. Do we have a reference of this guy? No. I should be able to delete this guy. Yes. Then now it should be fine to delete those guys. Yes. And so now I can delete all this. Good. So it's a little bit cleaner. So now I can put my animation blueprint here. So even my rig, I think I'm gonna put the rig here. So I don't know where the rig of this guy is. It's there, so we're gonna put that here. It's gonna make more sense. Oh, you found on the bottom right that the view option. On the bottom right, yeah, view option and show developer content. Oh, there is already activated. Select show developer content. Yes, content. Thanks, man. But now it needs to. I need to find the proper way to create a developer engine content. developers. So it activated. Huh. Ah, it's there. Here we go. All right. Okay, so that's how it works. So yeah, like I said, I don't think I want them for this project, but it's definitely useful knowledge. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I didn't even knew we could do that. There is so much to learn in Unreal. So much to do. Alright, so I think we are on... yeah, once again, don't forget we want to create an animation blueprint. Let's go. So how should I name this one? I think I'm going with anim BP and then let me remove the rig. This should be the way I'm doing this. Let me see. Anim BP Yuma guest Manuel 1. Is it how I named the animation blueprint for this guy? Oh no, actually it's even worse. Oh no, it's rig here. Oh yeah, I didn't even name actually. Damn, there is a lot of yeah, okay. Yeah, the main character needs a big overall, a big cleanup of the folder actually. It's a mess. So yeah, now I know that. I'm not gonna follow the naming convention I put for the main character because I didn't. You see what I meant when I'm saying that I'm not diligent enough with my naming convention? You were watching some Unreal video the other day, so yeah, there is so much to learn in Unreal. Alright, so I'm not gonna follow the naming convention of the main character because I did bad. How did I do for the enemy? Was I a little bit more diligent? I don't even remember where I put the Alright, you know what? I will fix it later. I know it's a really dangerous sentence to say, but I'm gonna take the risk. Alright, cool. So we got the our first animation blueprint. So let's start with the idle loop. Really simple. We're gonna plug the idle loop like that. And you know what? Actually, we're gonna make we're gonna cache it. We're gonna call this Locomotion. We're gonna put everything into a group. How do you group that together already? Oh. I already forgot how to do that actually. Oh yeah, it's a state machine. Yeah, I remember now. So let's create a new state machine that we're gonna call Locomotion. We're gonna grab this here. Add a state. Our Locomotion. Plug this here. Perfect. We got this, and now we can use that. Alright, so that's the first really simple setup. So let's go into our event graph, and now let's build the event graph properly. So I want the begin blueprint begin play, so that we can grab we're gonna start to the, it's gonna be BP stand, and so we're gonna create a reference for this. And let me open the blueprint. So I just want to check out, I just want to remember how I did that. So yeah, we got two components. We got the movement component and the combat system component. So we're gonna try to make a reference for both of them into our animation blueprint, which is there. We're gonna say get component by class. We want the stand movement component. Movement component ref. And we want also the combat component. Combat component ref. Right. So with this, we should be able now to grab this and say get state. And we're gonna, each frame, we're gonna set the movement state. So this way, now we got a movement state, so that's, we can say if we're gonna start the walk start animation, and we're gonna do it if the movement set is equal to running. So if the stand is starting to run, we're starting the walk start animation, and then we transitioning to the walk loop animation, and the condition is gonna be if the time ratio, I think it's what it's called, yes, time remaining ratio is less or equal to the crossfade duration. All right. So you decided to start running right away, and it's probably because, yeah, okay, yeah, I think I messed up something. The thing is, there is no idle animation, idle state, so it's always running anyway. So we're gonna also have to look for the velocity, I think it's called, get velocity, and we're gonna call this, we're gonna get the length Oh, there's some. It would be fixed when the game is gone. Exactly. Exactly, Sonic Blue. How to stay motivated when lazy to attack? Hello, Atunzata. That's a good question. How to stay motivated? It's the I don't have any clear answer for that. To be honest, it's more like for me, and especially you have. I would say that you have to know yourself well, and for me, I just realized that sometimes I need to have a kick in the butt, you know, and power through this. There is this kind of thing that I know that sometimes I got this moment where I'm really lazy. I don't want to work on the project, or it's really difficult for me to start to work on the project. But even if I don't want to start working on the project, there was already this moment after I starting doing something when it start to getting better and better, and after that it's become easier for me. And I know that it's always like the most difficult part for me is the start to work on something, like, you know, to start the engine, you know. It's like okay, you have to do this, so start for real, so open things, and then after, if I can stay focused on something a couple of times for a certain duration, then it start to roll, you know. But that's because I start to know myself better and better every time I'm working on this project. So I know that's how I work, and so that's now that I know how I work, I know that I need to power through the starting, you know. But it's depend on everybody. I don't know how you work. Maybe it's easy for you to start on something, and then it's on the duration that it became more problematic, we'd say. Hello Rex, how you doing? Good to see you there. So we want the vector length for this one, and we're gonna create a variable called speed. Like this. Cool. So if I'm going back to my anim graph, we're gonna go with running, and we're gonna put another condition, which gonna state that we also want to have the speed to be higher than, I don't know, maybe like put 5. We'll see. Alright, so now it's getting back to the idle animation, which is good. So we have been setting up the work start, work loop. Now we want to set up the work stop. How are things going for you, guys? Going very well. Going very well. We are now doing the animation for the stand. That's pretty exciting, because after we are done with the a couple of animation for the stands, we will have everything we need to really dig in the combat system and try to refine even more the combat system, trying to really start, you know, game design thinking for the game, which is it's gonna be pretty exciting. So starting really, you know, prototyping combat system. So that's gonna be I'm really I can't wait for that. That's gonna be the fun part. Yeah, eh? Now we are at the stand part. Pretty cool, eh? Alright, for the work stop, we want to the work stop, we're doing so when the speed is getting inferior or equal to 5. And we're gonna create the same condition. We want to stop also, even if we didn't end the start. Or maybe, yeah, okay, let's do it this way for now. We'll see how it looks like in game. And then we are transitioning to the idle animation with the time when we're done with the animation. So we need to find the time remaining ratio, and if it's less than the crossfade duration, we're gonna, and so that's gonna be our simple anim graph for the locomotion. Really simple. So let me just set up the transition correctly. I want to have a really slow transition when I'm starting. This I'm fine. I want also a really slow transition there. Or maybe 0.5. I don't know if maybe it's a little bit too much. Okay, the last thing I need to do is set up properly the stand now. So right now I've been doing a little bit of a temporary solution, was to test my my mesh with the previous stand blueprint setup. I just took my skeleton and put it as a parent for my mesh, but it is a temporary solution, and now we are ready to actually fix this blueprint correctly. So I'm gonna delete this mesh. I'm gonna make the main mesh visible again. So this time is visible. So that's the old one, but we don't want the old one anymore. So I'm gonna also delete those one because it's gonna be broken anyway. So there is no point to keep that. And I'm gonna replace the skeletal mesh with the new stand. So stnd main. So it's gonna be this one. I'm gonna put the scale back. The camera bound. Do I want to keep the camera bound though? Let me see. Maybe I don't want to keep this one. I'll see about that. So what the camera bound is doing is actually I can show you. Wait a minute. So we got an issue because of because we had the affix. Well, I don't want any affix for now. We still have some issue somewhere. This is for the yeah, I don't want any of this. Update charge material. So I don't want this, and I don't want the, I'm gonna deactivate everything for now. Oh, again. Construction set master pose component. Yeah, and this one too. We don't need this for now. We're gonna start from scratch again, and now it should compile properly. Yes. Yeah, about the camera bound, you see that right now I've been working on the camera detection. I'm trying to have a better camera detection. So what you see is you see this blue box. Yeah, it's broken because I'm making some tests on this, but the blue box is what the camera is detecting for the assuming what is the side of the character, and then trying to place the camera the best way it could. So like the center of the camera should be in the center of each of the actor that's the camera need to focus to. So that's how it is used, or it should be used, but it seems like the stand is standing really high. Oh yeah, it's because okay. Now I get it. Okay. No, it should be on the. Yeah, all right. Now I feel like it's too low. I would have preferred him to be a little bit higher, to be honest. Maybe again a little bit more. Yes. Could the capsule now is maybe too small. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Alright, and also I need to set up the anim BP so that we got our animation running. So now it should be like oh, so it's because yeah, the vanilla velocity, yeah. The way I'm moving the stand in my system is a little bit. I'm not using the Unreal features for the movement, so that's mean the default way to calculate the velocity for characters is broken for this guy, and so we're gonna have to do a custom. Oh. BP stand ref. Oh, you can't even set speed. Access now trying to read the property BP stand ref. Okay, yeah, I know that. I understand why. It's because on the first frame, it doesn't have the time to do the proper referencing. So on the first frame, it's gonna be broken. We're just gonna have to make sure that no, it's not a cast. I don't know why I put a cast. We're gonna have to make sure that the BP stand is valid before doing any calculation like this. Now if I'm playing again, we should not have any complaint, and we don't. Alright, so that's one thing that is fixed. Now about the speed calculation, because obviously I'm pretty sure that if I'm printing the speed, we always gonna have 0 even if the stand is moving. So you see that on the left side of the screen we got the print that always printing 0 0 0 0 even if the stand is moving. So that's mean the way we're calculating the speed is broken. How's things going for you? Hey Luis Zero, how you doing? Good to see you there. Hope you are having a good weekend. Okay, so we're gonna have to do something else for the speed. Do we want to... Let me check something. So we know that maybe it's already calculated. Yeah, get custom velocity. So we already have, it's gonna be easy actually. We already have I already created a function to calculate the velocity, the custom velocity. So I just have to do a get custom velocity. Perfect. And that should do the trick. Let's do a print just to be sure. Nope, still nothing. All right. So actually, so wait a minute. What is this get custom velocity? Custom velocity. Okay, and this previous location. Well, it should be working, so I don't know why it doesn't work. This update custom velocity, do we call it somewhere? On every tick. Ah. Oh, so now it's working. Okay, so now it's working. So we got the speed property set up, but we don't see any change. Why? So I'm gonna put that on my second screen just to check. Oh, I'm gonna set up like this. So let me see my locomotion. We're gonna examine the. I'm launching this. Making sure that I'm looking to the to this one. So you're staying there for some reason. What if I'm doing a watch this value? Oh, so yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I remember now. It's because the movement state for the for the stand is a little bit different for the main character, and actually it is not running by default. It is escorting the main character. So now it's working, although it's a little bit weird. I think it's because of the the slowing is too slow, and the let's go with maybe 50. Wait, no, not here. Oh, yeah, here. And same here. think it's not enough. Let's go with 200. Maybe it's too much, but yeah, so the transition, I don't like the transition. I don't know why the transition is broken. So it should... So there is a itching that I don't like. Maybe I should use less than rather than a less than equal. No, there's still an itching thing. Alright. So is it maybe into the animation that needs to be... No. Remaining. It's because why? Because I'm using a ratio. I don't know why I've been using a ratio. Obviously, it's not a ratio we want. We want the absolute time remaining. I don't know why I've been using a ratio. I can be dumb sometimes. I can be dumb. Okay, so we got some issue on the start. And it's because yeah, I know why. It's okay, we got the spin. I think we also need the acceleration. Yeah, I think we need to set up the stopping and the starting with the acceleration instead of the speed. Because the issue we got is that since we have been setting our threshold really high, at least no, it's like, or maybe I should put that at 200 too. Yeah, I think it's better. Okay, maybe that would do the trick. Let me see if putting a bit more duration would help to have cleaner animation. I don't know how it would look like if I'm doing this and this one even more and even more. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's gonna be better if we calculating the acceleration, and because if I'm doing some small movement is acting a little bit weird, and I think doing the acceleration thing is gonna help us. Alright, so let's do the calculation for the acceleration. So what we need is, you know what? Do I have already did that? Get acceleration related smooth? I already did a lot of setup for this actually. Let me check on the character movement 10, edit. Acceleration relative. What does it mean? Velocity relative, previous velocity relative. Ah, by relative I mean, okay, we can use the acceleration relative. Let's go back here and I hate this. What the fuck? I can't duplicate. Ah! Yeah, okay, so the shortcut for duplicating nodes seems to be really weird. I don't know if it's my keyboard or something. Okay, so acceleration, get acceleration, and the acceleration rate is smooth. What is it? What's the difference? Oh, it's like an average on the last 20 frame. Okay. I don't remember why I need this, but obviously that's not what we're gonna use for this. And we're just gonna use the length. And so we're gonna call this. We don't need the direction, we just need the size of the vector. Okay. So if we're going back to our locomotion system. So if let me print, because I have no idea what's the correct value I want for the threshold, so let me print the accelerations just to have a good idea. So if I'm alright, so I want maybe yeah, you know what? It's not gonna work because the doing the vector length is actually killing the direction. The I still need. I want to have a signed direction. I'm gonna do that in the in my character movement actually. And I'm gonna call this I'm gonna create a function. I'm gonna call this get signed acceleration factor. I'm gonna create a pure, and we're gonna use the get acceleration relative, and we're gonna want get owner. get forward vector. We're gonna make a dot product. Sine, so that's, and then we're gonna have the acceleration. No, sorry, the length for this, and we're gonna multiply by the sine. So that's this way. If it's accelerating, we got a positive value. If it's decelerating, we got a negative value. And it's gonna be useful for our animation. I'm gonna multiply this to that, create a return node, and I'm gonna plug this into my return node, which I'm gonna call sine acceleration. And that should do the trick. Save, and let's go back to our animation. And instead of calling this, we're gonna call this acceleration the sine acceleration factor. And now let's see what we got. So it seems like it's inverted. -1. Now it's positive. Sorry. Now it's positive, and when it's decelerating, it's negative. Is it? Yes, all right. So now we can use that. So we we want to start the start working animation only if the speed is higher than 50 and the acceleration is higher than 1000. We got a big acceleration, and if we do, we start this. But the same thing, we're gonna stop only if the speed is under 200. We're gonna keep this higher like that, and the acceleration is less than. Let's go with -500. I'm gonna create a boolean. This, I'm gonna copy those node and like this. This way now we should have much more. Yeah, and we're gonna create also create a rule where actually we can go back to we can skip the stop animation and go back to the idle animation only if the speed is less than 500, but we don't care about the acceleration. Same thing from here. All right. So maybe I could go with a bigger, like a big transition. Actually, I don't even want to have a. I think it's gonna be a bit better this way. I feel like there's some weird. Yeah, it's weird, eh? Hey Yakugi Soul, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's like it's stopping. Maybe it's because of the I think we should go let's go with 50. Let's be more drastic. Yeah, now it's not doing the now it's not doing the stop animation anymore. Go with 40. So let me just bring back the printing of the acceleration just to be sure. Hello Neko, how are you doing? Comment ça va? Salut, je suis abonné depuis longtemps mais j'étais quasi jamais venu. Tu fais quoi? Qu'est-ce que je fais? Je bosse sur un nouveau projet. Je sais pas si tu me suivais parce que t'étais abonné pour Attack on Titan, mais là je suis en train de bosser sur un nouveau projet qui s'appelle le projet SILKROAD et c'est un jeu beat'em all façon Bayonetta et Devil May Cry. Donc avec des combats très dynamiques et la particularité c'est que tu as cette espèce d'esprit qui te suit partout et qui va t'aider à faire des combos. C'est avec lui que tu vas pouvoir faire des combos. Il va y avoir un lien avec lui où tu vas pouvoir linker des combos avec ce personnage là, donc tu seras comme en train de contrôler deux personnages en même temps. J'essaie de réfléchir à une façon de faire ça le plus fun possible et le plus, comment dire, qui soit le plus fun à contrôler deux personnages en même temps pour ton combo. Et à côté de ça, il y aura une partie management pour une partie gestion d'une auberge au milieu du désert où tu devras gérer tes clients, gérer faire la bouffe pour les clients, s'occuper de faire en sorte que tout va bien, cultiver tes légumes, etc., etc. Si ça t'intéresse, même je te conseille d'aller sur ma chaîne YouTube où tu auras toutes les infos. J'essaie de poster régulièrement les updates sur le projet, sur le développement. Donc si ça t'intéresse, je te conseille d'aller jeter un œil là-dessus. Ok, ça a l'air vraiment sympa, l'idée est grave bien. Merci beaucoup Neko, ça me fait plaisir que tu trouves ça intéressant. Can you set it to have a waiting time from when the character moves and it follow him just after some frames to avoid the stuttering animation? Can you set it to have a waiting time from when the character moves and it follow him? Wait, my brain is freezing. Can you have, yeah, but it's the I could be waiting, but the character will be. Oh, it was stopping there. Oh no, it's the I prefer to find a way where it's more organic rather than reading to the main character animation movement, rather than it's more about just about the animation, the state of the stand. I think I'm pretty close to something. I just have to set up the correct value in my system, so that's why I wanted to print the acceleration value just to have a feel of. So when it starts decelerating, it's on the yeah, maybe we need to go back to a value of minus 500. Let me check this. So the speed, let's go back to 100. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's I think the big issue actually is the stop animation. It's the thing is really, when it's close to you, is really slowing down. You know, the it's really smoothly deceleration of the character. So it doesn't work with this kind of animation where it's like, you know, it doesn't make any sense. So maybe, and that's a good reason why you don't want to polish your animation too soon, is that because you're gonna start to realize these kind of things. And right now what I'm realizing is that the animation I did for the stopping is way too you know, too intense, and it doesn't fit actually the movement that we are seeing in the game. Yeah, this one doesn't make any sense. So maybe it would be better to rework the animation in Blender. I think it would be the best to do. Maybe more of a distance trigger. It wants to hit you. Like when you slam on the brake in your car. Yeah, but that's the, I don't want. That's the thing is I don't want to make a game animation driven game, which means that the animation is dictating the movement of the character. I prefer to have the gameplay dictates the movement of my character, and then the animation is trying to fit the movement, but it's the gameplay that dictates, yeah, you need to have this speed or to have this acceleration or this deceleration. I don't want to fix to have the animation dictate that. The animation is more like it's taking the info and then trying to have the proper animation, rather than I really want to have a gameplay driven game rather than animation driven. What I mean by animation driven is, if I can give an example, it's more like game like Assassin's Creed or Honor, you know, where the usually you have to wait that the animation is done before doing another animation. You get this you know, it's looking really good, it's looking really realistic and really immersive, but I prefer gameplay where it's more maybe a little bit more snappy in the animation and the feeling, but I prefer that in terms of gameplay. In terms of gameplay, I feel like I've got more control of the game. Yes, animation driven would be like Dark Souls. That's a good example too. That's really cool. That's you have to. It needs to be in your core design. It's you have to be aware of what kind of gameplay you want to go, what kind of feel you want to go, and from the start I know that I don't want animation driven gameplay for my game, so that's why I need to stick to this plan, because if I'm not sticking to the plan, it's gonna be a mess at the end. So yeah, when you have to wait for the animation to have ended to be able to start another one, yeah, it's I'm not saying it's a bad way to do things. It's a different way. It's not the direction I want for this game. But yeah, the best example is Dark Souls, and Dark Souls is working. Monster Hunter is an animation-driven game, and it's working very, very well. But it's because it's been thought. All the game design has been thought around this idea from the beginning, and they stick to the plan. So. But if you're looking at game like Bayonetta, this is more, I would say, gameplay driven. So that's most of the animation can be cancelable, and it's more reactive in your movement. There is more fluidity, I would say. But you're losing in terms of animation blending and this kind of thing. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna change the feel of the animation rather than trying to change the acceleration to make it fit to the animation. If you understand the mindset and the idea I got, the way I want to work on this. So let's go to so that's the beauty of doing really crappy animation from at the beginning, is that I can quickly fix it. So you know what? I'm gonna create I'm gonna re-simplify everything here. Whoa. So obviously this one needs to be really toned down, so and maybe we're gonna extend the animation, making a little bit longer. Alright, let me remove the spam. maybe this is too quick. Yeah, I think I'm onto something there. Not so much on the pelvis, but more like on the wait, why is this? Wait a minute. Oh, fuck. I am really dumb. I'm modifying the work starts. Fuck, man. I can be really stupid. Alright, close Blender, reopen Blender, let not save anything. I'm really dumb, man. And I didn't even realize that's... I don't know. Sometimes my brain is really buggy. So let's go to the recover autosave. This one should be... No, not this one. Let's recover from a previous autosave. I don't have any more autosave. Let me see. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to... Wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. So we're gonna start from scratch. All right, it's okay. Yeah, that's a fun part of the game there, eh? Damn. So yeah, because I've been really dumb, we're gonna start the stop animation from scratch, but it's not so bad because anyway, I really wanted to make some drastic change anyway. Oh, you know what? Let's start from beginning. So we got the running, then we got the whoop. I need to stop my course. We got the whoop. Maybe it's a little bit too... Okay, so now... Okay, and let's put some delay on the yeah, really some really more gentle stop, you know. I think it's gonna be better. Yeah, I think it's gonna work better this way. So be up, then the head. And let's play maybe with the shoulder. We got this shoulder going a little bit like this. And let's play a little bit with the curve for the on the X rotation. Yeah, because it's all messed up. Maybe. Oh. Okay, I think it's gonna be enough. I want to test it first before keeping more time refining this. It would be a good idea to save, to not make the same mistake I did before. Export anim. We're gonna put that into here. We want to export a work stop. Okay. And this one. Re-import. Save everything. Would be a good idea too. Yeah, now it's more gentle. Although I don't like the animation, it's more like ooh, rather than really stopping. I feel like we need to adjust the rotation of this. I think it's the main culprit. And maybe I did a mistake with this one. It's I don't know. Let me see if I'm doing something like this. No, I don't like this. I think it's gonna be enough. I think it's gonna be enough. I want to keep creating animation rather than polishing animation. Right now I need assets in the game rather than having quality asset. I need quantity rather than quality for now. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do quantity. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's better. And probably it's gonna be way better when we're gonna do the turning animation. Okay, but the turning animation, I think it's the good moment to stop this stream. Now that we finished the 4 main animation, which are the forward wall, forward stop, etc. So we got that in game, so that's cool. And next stream we're gonna be able to do the we're gonna make the animation for everything that is turning, so left, right. So and then we're gonna do the blending between those animation. So that's gonna give a little bit of flavor in the animation and a little bit of variation, which is gonna be cool. So we're gonna have some you know, turning animation, stuff like this. So that's why I don't want to polish too much the starting and stopping system, because it's gonna be override at some point by if the spirit is turning onto itself or not. So yeah, I'm stopping there. Thank you for everybody for being there. That's really cool to see so much people every time. I wish you a good day or good night, depending on when and where you're watching this stream, and I hope you'll be there for the next one. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon.